Got this great ask on Tumblr the other day, and before I answered it, I decided it would be way funnier as a YouTube video. I don't even want to tell you how long I've been writing smut, or lemons as we called them in my day, but it's probably in the double digits by now. Point is, I've got it down to a science. And let me tell you, you're all focusing on the wrong details. It's not the size of the cock that matters. It's how you use it. So sit back and relax while I explain my secret recipe for smut, or lemons, or possibly even limes. Down to Kama's triangle of needs. Think of it like a ladder. You can't go up to the next level if you don't have the base. The stuff at the very top is not what you should be focusing on. Bottom of our pyramid is necessity. Do you really need this smut? Followed by plot, emotions, and finally the choreography. The bottom is what's important, the top is least important. Note that I am assuming this is a smut scene in a larger work. For one-shot smut scenes, it's going to be a little different. First, you need to seriously ask yourself, why? Why do you need a smut scene? And need is the operative word. The smut needs to actually be doing something for the story. You can't just have fun, sexy times because you want fun, sexy times, and I know we all love smut, but seriously, sometimes less is more. Remember, teasing your readers is way better than giving them what they want, because if they want something, they keep coming back for more. If you give them everything they want, then they're satisfied and they stop reading. Or they stop craving, and that's what you really want. And remember, does smut serve the plot? Because if it puts the plot on hold, then it's out immediately. Smut needs to serve the plot. It can't just be smut for fun. And if you're thinking to yourself right now, how on earth can smut serve the plot? Well, first, it can add complications. It can make things more difficult for your characters. And second, it can show a change in their relationship, and that's usually what I use it for. It can show a change in power dynamics, perspectives, their true feelings, and their relationship status. Smut needs to serve the plot. Emotions. This is where things start to get spicy. A smut scene needs to show emotions. The feelings are always more important than the physical stuff that's going on. It's what your character feels that adds spice to the scene. Feelings over physical. That's the number one rule in writing smut. If a scene doesn't have powerful emotions, it comes across as dead and fake and robotic or mechanical, like they're just moving parts without feeling anything. Plug A into slot B is how your smut scene comes across, like building an IKEA table, if you don't have the emotions behind it. We get to what I call the choreography. This is what a lot of people focus on and where a lot of smut just falls flat for me. Because if you focus on the physical before getting the emotions and the plot and actually getting the necessity, that's where it gets boring. But here are some style tips to help you keep things moving and keep things interesting. The best way to write smut is to just practice. These style tips can help you, but they're not going to make you an instant god at writing smut like me. First off, don't play what I call the pronoun game. If you're reading smut and it's just like a bunch of he, him pronouns and you have no idea who's doing what to whom, it gets confusing fast. They have names for a reason. Call them by their names. Don't call them the tall one and the dark-haired one and the bastardly one. Don't do that. Call them their names. Don't play the pronoun game. Use simple, small descriptions. You don't have to use big metaphors and weird phrases and weird slang. Simple, small descriptions. Call things what they are. Just say cock. Please. Nothing is more off-putting than man root and stuff like that. Takes you right out of it. And finally, this is a big one, keep track of where your limbs are. People only have 2 arms and 2 legs in general, so keep track of your limbs and where they are. They're not playing Twister, probably. That sounds fun. Anyway, they're probably not playing Twister, so keep it that way. And finally, your people are people. Let them have fun, let them be silly, let them goof around and get emotional. Smut is a time to enjoy yourself and a time for your characters to enjoy themselves. So let them be human or humanoid the whole time. They are people. Let them be people. Just see so much smut where as soon as characters start getting down and dirty, they lose all their unique character traits somehow. Like having sex and being a person are mutually exclusive. Like we have to be super serious and sexy now. We can't be. And I just think that's so silly. So don't do that. Don't do that.